Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Amy from Fashionably Amy, the lovely Amy, has tagged me to do a wonderful video tag that she initiated. And listen, it's called 10 Luxury Items I Would Get First If I Lost All My Collection. This one has given me food for thought, Amy. Oh my God. Okay, listen. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon for extra perks. superdacob all spelled together there as well. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. Listen, where to begin? So, you know, we're in 2023 right now, and it's been a journey, literally, with luxury items all these years. And I was thinking to myself, if I had done this tag a year ago, I would have been in a totally different place, a totally different mind space as well. And I would have other needs, other luxury desires probably than now. So what I'm trying to say here is that if I were to do this tag a year from now, the selection I'm going to show you today or share with you today might be different a year from now. You know what I mean? So given the circumstances, given the conditions I'm living in right now, and all the experience that I've accumulated with luxury and in general with life right now, these are the choices I would make. So if I were to lose everything, all of my luxury possessions, let's hope not. But if it were to happen and I were to begin all over, well, first of all, you know, you have to secure the finances. Like, did I also lose my finances, or did I just lose the luxury pieces? If I didn't lose my finances, but just the luxury pieces, and I have the funds to repurchase 10 items to start off and to live by, I would definitely buy less. For sure, I would be less obsessed with a lot of different things. And truth be told, Amy, I had difficulties trying to really compile a list of 10 things. Isn't that fascinating? Because when I really boiled it down to, well, if I started from zero, from scratch, okay, like I tried to think about it slightly differently. Not if I lost everything, but I just tried to think if I were starting today with my first luxury purchase, which would be the 10. And, well, I really realized as I was thinking about it, I don't need anything really. Like, okay, so I struggled to kind of find a symbolic collection of 10 pieces that actually would make me really happy because, and this is my factor, really important, I would want to really use them a lot. You see, in the past, I would also envision luxury pieces as collectibles. Not only, but also, you know, the concept of, oh, sure, I could get this bag and it's just in my archives now. And I have a bunch of those. And it's kind of really anxiety inducing to me now because they're just wasting space and, I don't know, occupying space. And this is, you pay for that. You know, you're paying rent for either where you live or for your archives or storage units or whatever have you. And they all suck you dry with time, you know, and it's just kind of sad. So, all right, tabula rasa, we start from scratch. This is what I would get as of now, 2023. The first piece that I would definitely buy, because I use this a ton and it is so practical, light. It's my Speedy 35. Okay, we're still working on getting the wrinkles out. It's doing much better. The wrinkles are leaving the more time passes because it's brand new still. Speedy 35, Luella Annabeth is the name of this little gorgeous thing. Speedy 35, just because everything I need fits in there. Like, I use it a ton. I run through the city with it. It is lightweight. And I would get it again without the bandolier. I don't like that leather thing here, you know, just like this. And it fits perfectly for me here like that. Crook of my arm. This would be my bag, my do or die bag for every occasion. For every occasion, literally. And I've also experimented with baby wipes and they're doing it a hell of a lot of good. They're not staining it and I clean it every time after using it. So I'm not even scared of patina anymore because it's brand new, of it staining. Oh my gosh. So anyway, that's a whole other video though. However, Speedy 35, hey, it might sound banal to some, but to me, it's about practicality and luxury. I can trust this bag. It's not going to let me down. It's always with me. It just feels so, it makes me feel safe. And it's not too heavy. So there you have it. This one for sure. So we're getting the Speedy 35 all over again, anytime and all the time. Then the next piece is, I'm in love with this piece, and I wanted it for 2 years, and they never had it in my size, but it's right here. I'm wearing it right now. It's the Champ d'Ancre from Hermès in the Très Grand Modèle. So this is the extra large model, and that's why sometimes you hear it on my mic, ASMRing. But it's the size 12 for my wrist. Très Grand Modèle, size 12 in silver. Okay. I would get it in silver again. I adore it in silver. It's just, I've been wanting this piece for a long time. They never had it in my size. Finally, it's available. And I wear this all the time. I was vacuuming today with this thing on. And it was bouncing back and forth and, the vacuum. And I was like, oh, the noise it makes. Some people would take it off because it's kind of a bit of a nuisance because it keeps kind of moving around. I'm like, no, I love it. I vacuumed with it on. I mean, this is how much I love it. And so I even do my house chores with it on. I just love it to bits. So it's a piece that makes me feel very, very, very happy. And it massages my wrist somehow. It's such a beautiful texture to it. It just feels so good on the skin. Plus, what they say about silver, it's antiseptic too. I know it's just an illusion, but I have the feeling I'm more protected against bacteria when I wear it. So there's that. I would definitely repurchase Hermès Champ d'Ancre Très Grand Modèle, size 12. Oh my God. Okay. The third luxury piece, you might expect all of this to be like these objects, right? Bags, jewelry. No, my definition of luxury, of course, is time. The biggest luxury is always time. I always say this. You cannot purchase time. Once time is passed, it's gone. So use your time wisely because that's the biggest luxury you got, boo-boo. Okay. Now, after time, which we cannot purchase, so time is not listed on this list of top 10 products. Well, after time, another luxury that I just cannot live without are perfumes. And Chanel No. 5. This, I would have to repurchase it immediately in its travel form in the spray. This is the extrait, the pure perfume, the parfum concentration. In its little vial that you can repurchase to then refill this gorgeous metal black lacquered container. Chanel No. 5 is my reason to wake up in the morning sometimes, seriously. When the whole world is going amok and falling apart, you smell No. 5 extrait and you're like, oh, I'm good. So this thing to comfort me, to comfort my anxiety and to help me throughout the day, what a wonderful luxury and what a wonderful best friend to have, Chanel No. 5 parfum. That would be my third luxury object that I would definitely repurchase immediately if I were to start from scratch. Number 4 is also a very practical piece that I use on a daily basis, many times a day, because you can see I'm playing a lot with makeup and I'm experimenting a lot with makeup. And this is is my do or die. I know people, it's a packing cube, medium size. I also like the small, but the medium would be the first one to get. And before I get the small, I would get the medium, I mean. All my makeup is in here. I film a lot, so I always have it with me. It goes into my backpack, into my bag. It goes into the Speedy as well. It's my, and I know people usually buy other Louis Vuitton makeup pouches for makeup, and I have them all, almost all. I have a lot of them, all different ones. The Trousse Toilette 26, the Poche Toilette 26, the 19, the 15. But this one is such an essential to carry these important things. And it's also part of my work that I just find it so incredible. I cannot live without it. And I know that people usually don't use this for makeup, but I guess I started the trend. Well, there you go. Dacob started a trend. What do you know? I have like my makeup in here. Well, I have some pieces in here. I took some out because they're right here around me right now as I'm kind of working on filming stuff. So sometimes, this is always in front of me. I love that the lid just opens up, bam, and you just take stuff in and out as you need them and as you're using them. And I love it to bits. I highly recommend this one. Highly. And I love the fact that it has fabric inside and not that plasticky textile that becomes sticky and breaks with time. This one will not. Great thing. Mine just doesn't get dirty. Everything is in extra pouches inside. Love it to bits. Now the next piece, listen, it would not be Super Dacob without my Hermes crop, my riding crop. Now this has been one of my best friends all of these years. You know, I've had this, gosh, yeah, I've had this now 14 years almost. This little baby has been in my collection. And I would get it again in the orange leather. This is goatskin leather. I would buy it all over again. And this one is used all the time. You best believe. And it's still like brand new. So it's a true testament to Hermes's quality. This is such a symbol for me. Also of independence in a way, this gorgeous little crop. Hermes, for me, more than Birkins and Kellys, is about the equestrian life and these whimsical pieces, you know. So even the Champ d'Ancre is actually it's inspired by the equestrian styles of Hermes, and the crop is an equestrian piece as well. So definitely would get this one. And yeah, it's in one of my 10 objects to start all over again. And I would just like kind of, you know, have a little holder on a wall for it. It would just like stand there, you know, displayed on a empty white wall where there's no other pieces because we only have 10, right? And this one would just like stand there prominently. To die for. Definitely would get the orange crop again. The next piece, okay, listen. Now, I know we were going to have to get to Chanel sooner or later here. But given the current state of affairs with Chanel, I think their quality is terrible. Their leather is just a joke. Also, their prices are a joke. So as much as I would love to say I would repurchase a 255 double flap with chain, I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay $10,000 plus for it. I don't think it's worth it. Chanel has really outpriced themselves. But nevertheless, I would hunt down from 2019 or older, this little beauty here. The 255 clutch, which you know is my ride or die. I always travel with it. It's always with me no matter where I go. It is such a gorgeous piece. And I love the fact that it doesn't have a chain, so the chain cannot ruin the leather. The 255 clutch in black, aged calfskin, de-stressed calfskin with the aged gold hardware. It's made in France. They also have these made in Italy, but I hunted down the made in France. Well, my boutique had it, so yay. So this one, of course, I bought new. It was waiting in the boutique for me for several years because, you know, nobody was buying it because people are not into this stuff. I adore it. So if I were to just choose one 255 iteration today, it would be this one. It would be the clutch because the price is still relatively okay, comparatively speaking. I would not get, I have to be honest with you, I would not for $10,000 plus get the 255 double flap. No. I would get it vintage. You know what I mean? I would try to hunt down a vintage one, trying to, let's say, pay less than $4,000, maybe then. But if we're talking like buying it new, this one I could still say, okay, I would spend the money for this one new, even though this one, since I bought it, also went up in price at least $1,000. But yeah, that would be the 255 I would get. The next bag, not the next bag. The next product is another Chanel piece that I would get immediately, just because it's a direct connection to Coco herself. Of course, number 5 is a direct connection to Coco. The 255 is a direct connection to Coco, but also platinum. Yes, I'm that sucker. I would go all over again. I would get my Chanel Plat. I have it right. I always wear it. So my Chanel Platinum ring. It's a super simple ring, you guys. It does not have, I mean, I've done the unboxing of this one on my channel. You can see it. It does not have any special features on it. It is such an elegant, simple design. many might say, why even get it? It doesn't even, say Chanel. Well, it does say Chanel on it on the inside. It's hidden. So it's something only you know. It's so heavy. Platinum is, double the weight of gold almost. So it's like this little tiny ring has such a heft to it. I simply adore it. I love platinum in general. And Coco Chanel's 1932 platinum collection was platinum and diamonds. Chanel doesn't make almost any platinum jewelry today, except for 2 wedding rings, one of them being this one. This is the wider version. Love it. It's such a symbol to me. The more I wear it, the more it's filled up with my own energy. I feel good when I put it on. My precious, very much the Golem moment, but it just makes me feel amazing. And I would get it all over again. And actually, this is one of those pieces that I might be buying in doubles and like wearing them on several fingers in time. Although even here, Chanel charges way more for platinum than other brands. So I'm looking into maybe getting Hermes platinum rings next because they are really beautiful and have a little bit more of design to them and cost less than Chanel. So there you go. But yeah, I would just symbolically speaking, because of Coco Chanel, I would get a Chanel platinum ring. I would maybe not buy it new in store. I would maybe get it from like some Japanese resellers. They have a lot of incredible Chanel rings from the 90s and like platinum when they used to have better designs, like really intricate, weird designs that look super amazing. It's just hard to get my size because I'm a 64 in ring size. And in Japan, usually, they're tinier. So the sizes are really, really small. It's hard to get really chunky, big rings on the secondhand market from Chanel. Next object I would get, bear in mind, we have nothing, right? We're starting from scratch and we just need the essential luxury to feel good about ourselves. This is how I'm envisioning these 10 pieces. I would hunt down the biggest pair of Chanel sunglasses I could find, and they would probably be these from a year ago. Do you remember these? And honey, do you know what I'm talking about? The biggest shades I could get is what I would get. And this is what I would get. In white, Kurt Cobain style, right? We have a little bit of, Nirvana going on here. Look at the background with the glasses. The biggest Chanel shades I could find for my big head, and that's this model. This model is 71414. And the color is S1692. I adore them. I simply adore them in acetate. So that would be my number 8. My number 9, the same, again, we have nothing, right? We're starting from scratch. So the biggest Chanel sunglasses, but I would also get the biggest Chanel reading glasses because I need my reading glasses as well. And that would be this model here. I would get them from Chanel, and I would try to hunt down this one. This one is from 2019, 2018. It was from the Space Launchpad collection. They coincidentally have magnets inside, and they come with a silver addition that you could kind of just magnetize on top of them and turn them into sunglasses, like a silver spacey all over magnetic kind of visor. But when you take that off, they have reading glasses underneath. So definitely reading glasses, the biggest ones I could find from Chanel. I would get those. And I know it's like Chanel, 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 but hey, this is like to use on a daily basis. I mean, one whimsical piece, but all the others are quite functional and practical. This one is my do or die. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, listen, Chanel makeup, right? Chanel Cosmetics is also considered a luxury. So if I had no luxury left, I would also have no makeup. So what do we start with? And I thought to myself, which piece would be my most important Chanel makeup piece of luxury that I would utilize for several things, like something that's a bit more flexible? And that would be, I kid you not, this little beauty here. It's the Stylo Sourcil waterproof. It is the Defining Long Wear Eyebrow Pencil. The color that I'm using is Brun Profond, the brown, the deep brown. 810 is the colorway. So I actually did my eyebrows with it today. So the cool thing is you can do your eyebrows with it. And actually, I have to retouch them as we're speaking. You can do your eyebrows with this gorgeous pencil, but it can also function as a contouring device because of the color. So if you delicately, you know, take it off also with your finger and just do it in the contouring spots here or around the nose area, you can also use it as a contour weapon. So I thought to myself, well, this is kind of it's a multifunctional piece, and it's also buildable. You can make a very, very thin eyebrow with it, but you can also kind of add more and turn it darker and darker and darker. So it will give you at least a little bit of definition. Plus it comes with this gorgeous brush on the other side, so you can kind of, you know, play with it as well. So this is such a little luxury item that I cannot live without. So these will be my top 10 luxury items that I would get if I had to start all over again. If I lost my collection and I had to start out from scratch, those would be my top 10. What do you guys think? Also, let me know what your top 10 would be in the comment section down below. Amy, thank you so much for tagging me. Listen, I'm going to tag a bunch of people downstairs in the description box down below. So if you tagged, you tagged. I would love to hear your thoughts and what your selections are. Never forget to never give up on love and subscribe. Bye.